Hello again from Scouse Farm. This one's a little bit of a different video. Today I'm going to show you what I've done with some of the food that I've harvested from basically Scouse Farm garden. And you can see there on the plate we've got some of my cabbage. This is the Offenham 2 cabbage that was grown earlier in the year, like last month. I harvested one early this month, I think. So when you grow your own, you'll find you can store them quite a long time before they go off. So that's been in the fridge for a bit, and I just cut bits off as and when I need it. And if you look in here, what we've got is Scouse Farm potatoes. So there's a mixture of King Edwards and Charlotte, and all those pathetic carrots that I harvested yesterday, the ones that basically aren't big enough to use as roast carrots in roast dinners. I just cut them up and in they go basically, and they do taste absolutely gorgeous. So they might look terrible, but they taste lovely. What I did is boiled the potatoes and the carrots together in salted water after I'd soaked them for about 12 minutes. So I bring the pan to the boil, then I put the timer on for 12 minutes and lower it right down. So it's just simmering but boiling at the same time. And once it's finished, you drain out most of the water, and then I add the Scouse Farm stew ingredient, which is the cheapest tin of stew you get in Tesco. It's used for a lot of pie fillings. People who make their own pies, they use this, just scoop it out, and it's £2.5 for this tin, and there's quite a bit of stewed steak and gravy in there, so it is definitely worth it. And I imagine every other supermarket will have their own version of that. And the only thing that I didn't grow is the mushrooms. Obviously I didn't make my own butter, but the cabbage is mine, the potatoes are mine, and the carrots are mine. And £2.5 tin of stew makes an absolute gorgeous meal. And the way I make it a little bit tastier is I will put it on the low heat in a second, and then I add about that much butter. I'll cut the cabbage up and put that in and just drop the mushrooms in. And then I'm going to go outside and cut the top off some of my chives. So the last thing I do in the last 2 minutes before I'm serving it is I just use a pair of scissors and cut a load of chives into the top, so you get the onion taste as well. And whatever you fancy on the herbs and spices front, I just put in a little bit of ground pepper, a bit of salt, ginger, basil, fenugreek, and this stuff is mushroom ketchup, which I thought when I bought it was literally like burger ketchup, because I bought it as a substitute for tomato sauce, because I don't eat tomato sauce, and I was making burgers and it come like this. So I was a bit, well, disappointed at first, but I think it's more like a Worcestershire sauce type thing, or a soy sauce, and it's really concentrated flavour. So if you do ever buy a mushroom ketchup and it comes like this, basically like water, then think of it as a Worcestershire sauce or a soy sauce. So it is that powerful, or a fish sauce. So be careful, don't put too much in, or it'll absolutely overpower whatever it is you're making. And that is basically why I grow food. I love growing food, I love giving it away. But when you make your own meal with food that you've grown in your garden, it does taste better and it feels better when you're eating it. So the price of £2.5 for the majority of the main part of the meal, which is the steak, can make you an absolute gorgeous stew, which is beautiful. And for those who eat bread, a nice like crusty cob with loads of butter on to scoop it up at the end. It's really, really good. And unfortunately, because I'm using one hand, I can't show you the rest of the cooking process, because I'll just drop the phone in the pot or something like that. So as you know, what I'm going to do, get the cabbage, mushrooms, butter, in it goes, go outside, get some chives, and then just add whatever amount of the herbs and spices I usually put in, and it will be gorgeous. So thank you very much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel if you're new. Try and get more followers. And Scouse Farm is about to get really fat by eating a lot of good food, and he'll see you again soon.